welcome back to New Dram Drinker. Today's video is a little bit different again. Ant, did you want to explain why it's a bit different?
Yeah, we went to, as you've probably seen in one of our videos recently, we went to the Birmingham Whiskey Festival, which is our first ever festival. We had a great time, didn't we?
We did.
There was one stall there that was different to all the others that caught our eye, so we had to kind of go over and have a little gander at what they were doing. And it was a Mead bar, and they were selling their own brands. It was called Modern Mead. We had a go. It was quite nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Different, bit like, I'd say a bit like a sweet ale. But I'm not a massive beer drinker, so it was, for me to even like it a little bit was kind of quite good.
Very honey, I remember.
Yeah, I think that's its kind of selling point, the honey side of it. Came back home and kind of didn't really think anything more of it. Then I was flicking through my Amazon kind of basket kind of thing, with the things that they recommend to you. And this popped up. Bullet for my Valentine's Mead, and it has literally just come out, and it's such a coincidence that it really was a coincidence, wasn't it? I was like, like when I saw it, so
like perfect timing.
Yeah, I thought let's do a review on it, because obviously there must be some kind of correlation between kind of the whiskey world and that world. That's why they're at the whiskey kind of festival.
Yeah.
So we thought keep that going, try a new type of drink.
Yeah.
And from a band that we love.
Yeah.
They're a Welsh band, aren't they?
They are.
And been going for quite a few years now, haven't they? Got about 8 albums.
Yeah, I think so. We've been into them quite a while.
Yeah, so I'll obviously put some links in the description, and there'll be some things popping up along the bottom, no doubt. So you can check them out, because we really do love them, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
At the start they were like a mixture between, I think I said to you, they were like Iron Maiden and Metallica mixed together. They've kind of mellowed a little bit, as heavy bands sometimes tend to go a bit more mainstream.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but we still love them, don't we? Every album's an evolution of them kind of thing, so it's they're well worth checking out.
Very much so.
Like I say, 8 albums, so you got a wealth of kind of music to have a listen to.
Yeah. And we've seen them live twice, and they're excellent.
Awesome! Awesome. So should we give this a go?
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect really, because like I say, I think I've tried Mead once or twice, and it wasn't really kind of something I was showed much interest in. But yeah, Waking the Demon, Honey Mead, which is one of their songs, isn't it?
Waking the Demon, not Honey
No.
Mead. Yeah,
that would be a good heavy metal song, wouldn't it? Waking the Demon, Honey Mead.
So you literally are just opening this.
Literally just opening it,
have you?
And I'm going to give myself a good measure, to be honest, because it is only 14.5%. Say only, that's not bad, is it?
No.
So,
yeah, I like that it's on the label. It says sweet and moreish.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I don't really know. Do you like
I was
do
gonna
the
say,
same things?
Do we drink it the same?
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? But
it's very dark in colour, isn't it?
nice colour. Yeah, lovely and golden. I don't know. Do they colour Mead? Is it all natural, or it's kind of
deep honey, I suppose. Yeah. So nose it. Let's see if you get anything.
It almost seems, I don't know whether there's probably like Mead channels that are going, what's he doing?
Yeah.
No, is it? You just pour it and drink it?
Mead etiquette.
Yeah, I haven't looked into this at all, so it's like I'm going to do it like we do the whiskey, and then we'll.
I like that you said pour it and drink it. It's not like pour it, drink it, enjoy it.
Yeah,
Just pour it and drink it.
I don't know whether it's worthy of that moniker yet.
Mead, from what I remember reading, has been around, like for centuries, hasn't it? It's very much medieval, isn't it? Do you get any nosing?
Yeah, definitely. It's actually probably easier to nose than whiskey, because it's not quite as
complex, maybe.
That alcohol isn't there, that kind of initial kind of the spirity kind of smell. That's kind of obviously at 14.5%. It hasn't got that, so it's easier on the nose, if you know what I mean. That the smells are instantly there. Yeah. It's like definitely honey, as it should be. There's like the sugariness, the brown sugar. There's like that. There's definitely that kind of beer ale-ness kind of thing going on, but it's like it's that sweet.
Yeah.
That it's almost
So it's not like a wine.
It's like a cider almost, probably more.
Okay.
Like a cider, but you've got that hops kind of smell as well.
Is it making you want to taste it? Is it nice enough?
I wouldn't say I'm like gagging to drink it.
It's really interesting though, isn't it? Because a couple of things have popped into my head. So why do you think Bullet did mead, not whiskey? Just because stereotypically rock bands tend to do whiskey.
I quite like that though.
Yeah. Oh, I like that it's different.
I quite like
it's
that.
It's interesting, isn't it? Why?
Yeah. Because I always I see whiskies that bands do, and I know they're not all just cash-ins, but some of them are just whack a name on the bottle and kind of sell it. So I'm always a little bit more wary of spending 40, if not more, pounds on a whiskey.
Some of them are horrendously expensive.
I mean, it's like Blackened by Metallica. I would love a bottle of that, but here it's 100 and some £1, and it's like, I know it's meant to be all right as well, but I'm not spending that on it because I can get ones I know are nice. And don't get, they're my favourite band, Metallica, but I just can't warrant it. I genuinely can't warrant it. But this was £15. Yeah. They're like up there with some of my favourite bands, so that's worth a punt, isn't it? Even if I don't like it, it's worth it for £15. So,
but the thing I was going to say was, like if you had, say, you did buy Metallica's whiskey, you would have a basis for comparison. You've drunk a lot of whiskies, you know what you like. You'd be able to tell sort of taste and things. You've got no basis for comparison with Mead, have you? Because you haven't.
But perhaps there's a world of Mead YouTubers and festivals that we don't know of that. Because we didn't know this world existed around whiskey with the YouTube kind of community and everything before we started. So maybe there is equally with this. Yeah. So, fair play, we'll give it a go. John knows it. You want to see what it's like? Do you see what I mean?
Definitely the...
See what I mean?
Cidery.
Yeah. Do you get the hops as well, though? There's like that kind of beer thing going on. I'm just getting loads of cider
and my brain is going, no!
Yeah, I think that's because of the sweetness, because we know cider.
Because it's apples and I can't eat apples.
True, I forget that.
It is very sweet.
It is, isn't it? It's really sweet. Yeah, really sweet.
Yeah, very much so.
Does it make you want to drink it?
Not at all. But only because I think my brain is going, that's just like pure apple.
Yeah, I'm going in anyway.
Go on then, go and taste
I've given myself quite a big mix, because I presume you have like... It's not do you have a pint? You don't have a pint of this, surely?
No, but I think that, like in medieval times, it was one of those tankards, wasn't it?
You feel like you should have a pint of it, but...
No, I think it's like I think you need a
doesn't
tankard.
Come in a wine bottle. Like a pint of anything doesn't come in a wine bottle, does it? So let's go. You know what? That's bloody lovely. Whoa.
Genuinely.
That is... It's very sweet.
Now, audience, can we remember that Anthony has a real sweet tooth? So it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's like...
That is sweet for me. That is sweet. I guarantee you have that, you'll hate it.
I don't even know if I can actually drink it.
Just have a little bit, just have a sip, because it's so sweet.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what that's like?
Like sugar that's
like
been melted
warmed honey.
Down.
Like really thin honey, but warmed honey that's had sugar added.
Bloody lovely, isn't it?
There's no like...
That almost makes me feel like it should be warm.
Yeah, it tastes like warm honey to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I couldn't drink a lot of it.
No. There is a fine line between the cidery taste and like a wine. It's almost like, when you have a dessert wine, like one of those wines that you sip at the end of a meal. Like a really sweet dessert wine.
Yeah, I would say
kind of
that,
like that
it's probably too sweet. And I like sweet things, so I would say the overriding note on the palate is just sugar and sweetness and like you say, honey. Yeah. It's not as ale-y.
No, not
like
at all.
Some I've tried have been more ale kind of on the edge of.
And not when you said cidery, it's like a sweet dessert wine.
It's sweeter than any cider I've had as well, but it's not what you off the nose. Yeah. It's not what you expect at all.
Which is quite interesting that it's called Waking the Demon. There's like this skull
Yeah.
demon picture on there. And actually it's all sweetness and light and honey and sugar. And
couldn't be any sweeter if you wanted to be, to be honest. I don't know what you could do to make
That's
that
a huge
any sweeter.
juxtaposition, isn't it? Well, you're knocking that back. Steady on, it is 14%.
But I quite like it in
How
that.
do you
I can't
think
drink a lot of it.
You would drink it. Do you think you would drink it at the end of an evening, like a nice dessert wine after a dessert? I suppose. I don't know.
I don't, you know what? I feel like I've kind of looked this up because I just thought it was going to be like a beer ale, and I'd probably just not like it, and I wouldn't really give it much thought. But I feel now that I want to know more about it. Not necessarily this bottle, but Mead in general. Because I don't know where it fits.
Yeah.
I don't know what part of the day that sits
when you
in.
drink it, yeah.
Is it going to go at the end of the night when I would have a nice dram just to like finish the night off? It doesn't go with a meal. I wouldn't imagine. It's just too sweet.
And it's not like a wine, it's a sipper.
Yeah, but then it hasn't got the strength to last long
Like a
in the
liqueur,
glass. So it's not like... I don't know, to be honest. I don't know when... You know what? It almost reminds me of... what's the drink you have at Christmas with all the fruit in? The hot drink.
Oh, like mulled wine.
Mulled wine. You know how that is something that you have at a certain time?
Oh, yeah.
Like you only really have it at Christmas, don't you? Or
like a
cold
celebration.
nights and things like that. This feels almost like a barbecue... cold evening maybe kind of, but you're not going to get too hammered on it because it's not that high ABV.
Yeah.
But you're not also going to drink it all night. It's probably at the end of the night when you've had a nice barbecue. You sat outside, it's a bit chilly, and I think you could heat that up.
Like
I think you could
nice
genuinely heat it up and just drink it
toddy.
a little hot toddy. Yeah, I think that's probably exactly what I'd do with it.
And especially if it's too sweet, you can't drink too much of it.
And it's sweet for me,
yeah.
and that's like I love sweets. And
on the sweet
that is sweet.
You're saying it's
but
sweet.
I like it, but I just couldn't drink a lot of it. But I also like that about it because it
Yeah.
means the bottle isn't going to disappear overnight because you can't drink a lot of it.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a sipper, but not
like a whiskey.
You know, like my
sipper.
Octomores a sipper because it's too. I can't drink a lot of it because
Yeah.
it's that kind of strong.
Yeah.
This one is just it's a bit too sweet to drink too much of. So yeah, I like it. Yeah.
There you go. Something interesting. Is there a finish on it? Do you get a finish?
Yeah, sugar. Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
Interesting.
The sugar just overrides everything, to be honest. Yeah. I would probably say it's if Mead has got certain levels of complexity, I would probably say this is on the starter end of it. It's probably a safer Mead that isn't going to kind of offend any of their fans.
Do you think it's worth £15 a bottle?
Yeah, I do. Purely because it's quite a fun thing to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a branded thing that is linked into bands and things that I like.
As a novelty.
As long as they're not going to cost me an arm and a leg to try it. And I think they've pulled a blinder really because it's £15. I'd hope that most people who can afford a CD of theirs or buy it from iTunes, you can afford to buy a bottle of this as well. And
it's pretty cool sitting on the
it's
shelf.
quite cool sitting on the shelf. And it doesn't look too out of place.
No.
On a whiskey bar, does it?
No.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Yeah.
So I think they've pulled a blind. I don't think they've cashed in by doing a whiskey that's probably a £40 whiskey that they're going to price at £80 just because it's got their name on. So yeah, I think they've pulled a blind.
And like you said, you like the fact that they didn't do a whiskey. It would have been maybe slightly cliched, heavy metal and whiskey, but you like the fact they did something different. I wonder if there's some history, Mead, Wales, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's something to look up, isn't it? Look into.
That's interesting.
But yeah, nice overall, I would say. I'm not going to rate it because it's unfair to rate it in our scale.
You haven't drunk enough Mead to compare.
No, I'd just say it's nice, it's fun. It's nice to be able to buy something that links into a band you like that doesn't cost you too much.
You'd be able to drink something completely different.
Yeah, and there's something else on the bar now when people come round we can offer them just something a little bit different. If they don't, if they genuinely don't like whiskey, or they do and they want to try something different, it's just it's a nice little diversion. But the bar won't be coming a Mead bar anytime soon, I wouldn't say. So
fabulous, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's a little diversion. Next week we'll be getting back to our pouring it, drinking it and enjoying it with friends series. It's been a few weeks now. There's a lot of things been going on and stuff in the world. So we'll kind of get back onto our kind of normal proceedings next week. Shan't tell you who it is yet. Just keep your eye out for it. And shall I do pour it? Does it worth it? Pour it, drink it? Yeah, go on, shall we? Yeah.
So thank you for your views on that.
Yep, no problem at all. Thank you for watching, and as ever, pour it, drink it, enjoy it.
Thank you.